Hi, Kyle Gorman here, and let's talk about how to communicate with your team whenever you're facing some sort of challenge in the organization. I believe there are three key things that we must do. We must communicate quickly, clearly, and constantly anytime we're facing a challenge. And this challenge could maybe be a financial challenge, possibly a personnel challenge in the organization, or maybe even some structural changes that you're experiencing. It really doesn't matter what the challenge is. What matters is how you communicate that to your team. So the first thing we're going to do as we break this down is we're going to communicate very quickly. We're going to get in front of it very quickly. We're going to begin addressing it with the team, talking to them about what's going on, what's happening, why it's happening, and how it's going to impact their daily life. Don't try to keep secrets, because the people on your team are going to be too smart for that. They're going to understand that something is happening, something is out of sorts, and what happens is if you try to keep that a secret and don't be as open as you can about it, then they're going to start forming their own opinions as to what's happening and why it's happening. And so that's never going to be healthy. The other thing that's going to happen is it's going to start to create division within your organization, potentially at the peer-to-peer level, but most definitely at the leadership level. You're going to start creating a division in trust because the people in your organization on your team are going to assume that you don't trust them, which is why you are not sharing this information. Now, the general pushback on this is that most people will say, well, but there are legal or ethical things that I'm not allowed to discuss what's happening whenever we're facing some sort of challenge like that. And I do agree that there are some things that you just can't discuss, and I get that. However, I've never come across a situation in which you can't discuss some things. There's always something that you can go ahead and begin addressing. And what's important to do is very quickly get in front of it and share with your team as openly and honestly as you can that, you know, I can only tell you so much at this point. I'm not at liberty to discuss all of the details, but this is going to impact your daily routine. This is going to impact your day-to-day operation. And so I want you to know what's happening, and to the best of my ability, I want to tell you why it's happening. And it's important that you share that information very quickly, get in front of that before the rumors begin and before people start to form their own opinions. That way you don't create distrust, you don't create division in the organization, but instead they know that you as the leader, you trust them, you want them to understand that you recognize there's an impact on them, you want them to be a part of that, and most importantly, that you're not trying to keep secrets from them. That can be a very, very unhealthy way to create a communication culture in your organization. So I'm going to put this out there that if you're having any challenges like this, that you are trying to figure out how to properly communicate within your organization, please let me know, and confidentially I'd be happy to talk through those things with you, and maybe we can figure out a way to begin quickly, clearly, and constantly communicating. Also, check out upcoming videos as we talk about the other two, the clearly and the constantly, and we'll talk about those and why they're important. And the last thing I'm going to ask is hit share. Go ahead and share this video, because I believe there's some other people out there that could benefit from hearing this, other business leaders or maybe other people that are a member of a team that want their leaders to hear these things because of some challenges that they've seen in the communication culture of their organization. Again, I'm Kyle Gorman, and as always, make it a great day.